Hello, my name is Peter Parfitt. Welcome to the new Brit workshop. Now, buying Christmas and birthday presents for people can be quite tricky when you're not really sure what they would like. And sometimes someone will come up to you and say, well, what would you like for your birthday? And you think, well, I'm not sure really. Well, the idea of this short video is to give you some ideas about presents that you might wish to receive or presents that you might wish to give. I hope it helps. And I have here a variety of things ranging from as little as £10 all the way up to about £200. So I hope amongst this there'll be something which takes your eye and is in your price range. Now, perhaps the person you're buying a present for rather likes the idea of owning a piece of Festool equipment. Well, how about this? For £10 you can get them a Festool tape rule. It's 3 meters long, but it's got a little trick up its sleeve. Let me show you. Underneath here is a little pull-out flap, and there is a point in this piece of plastic. And if you want to draw a circle to a particular radius, then you set the radius in this window here, put the point on your piece of wood, wherever the center has to be, and then put your pencil through a hole, which is here, and you get a circle drawn to exactly the radius shown here in this window. Now, keeping a drill upright when you're trying to drill a hole, either this way or that way, can be quite tricky. And that's where this gadget comes in. It's a drill guide, and it comes from Axminster Power Tools, and it costs just over £13. And the way it works is quite simple. The drill goes in here, you tighten up the 2 screws, and then you can then use this to guide the drill as it goes through the wood, and it keeps it nice and square. And it's light enough that you can use it up against the surface, and it gives you that same degree of confidence that everything's going to be nice and square. Now, if the person you're buying a present for has got one of those workbenches with loads of 20mm holes in it, then perhaps you need to get them some of these. Now, these are Path dogs. I designed them, and they're being made by Lee Valley under the Veritas name. And associated with them, there are some bench dogs also made by Lee Valley under the Veritas name. And they've got 101 uses. So if you know someone who's got one of these type of benches, then consider getting them some of these bench dogs. And in the UK, the Path dogs sell for just over £18 for a pair, and the bench dogs are just over £13. In North America, just under $20 for the Path dogs, and just over $15 for a pair of the bench dogs. Now, not so long ago, I bought this 300mm long precision T rule made by Incra, and I bought it from the woodworker's workshop. But I've since got another one because I found this one to be just a fraction too long. So I've now got their 150mm one, and it is absolutely brilliant. Now, the way you use this is dead simple. You have a pencil with a 0.5mm lead in it. There are a whole bunch of holes on the precision rule, and these are at either 1mm intervals, 0.5mm intervals, or even 1/4mm intervals. And you just put your pencil through the relevant slot and make the mark or scribe the line that you require. And it is really super. I use this all the time, and it's made my woodwork so much more accurate. And this costs just under £25 from the woodworker's workshop. A brilliant piece of kit. Now, over the years, I've bought a lot of wearer kit, and it might be sets like this with a screwdriver handle and various screwdriver bits in it, a rather nifty little screwdriver here, which comes apart, so you can use that bit in your electric drill. And recently you may have seen the videos I've done about this Tool Check Plus and also the Zyklop 1/4" drive set. Now, these are absolutely brilliant. And to give you an idea of prices, you can get something like this ranging from about £18 or £19, something like this set for under £30. And the Tool Check Plus comes in at round about £50, and this really superior Zyklop set is about £80. And they are really high quality tools. Now it's really important in the workshop to protect your ears from loud noises, and I've been using these old shooting ear defenders made by 3M under their Peltor name. Been using those for years. But actually I do like to listen to the radio, and so I discovered that 3M make ear defenders with a radio built in, and again sold under their Peltor name, and you can get them for about £65 a pair. And you can either get them as a headband type, or you can get them that will fit on your respirator or helmet or whatever else you might use in your workshop. And it's dead simple. You put it on, over they go, turn the radio on, tune it into the radio station you want, and then you carry on working. Absolutely brilliant. I will be reviewing these in a few weeks' time. Well, it's all very well having the most beautiful planes that you can imagine on your bench, but it's a fat lot of good if you don't keep them sharp. And I really do recommend that you consider getting the Veritas honing guide. It's absolutely transformed the way that I sharpen my tools, and they're now kept absolutely beautifully sharp. And this is what it looks like. It's about £55 if you buy it from Axminster Power Tools, or you can get it direct from Lee Valley, who make it for about just under $70. Now, probably the most important tool in the woodworker's workshop is the square, because without it, nothing is going to be guaranteed to fit. And talking about guaranteed, this is the Incra Guaranteed Square, and it's a 7-inch model, and I got it from the woodworker's workshop. Now in the UK, these retail at about £70. If you need something slightly less expensive, then you can go for this 12-inch engineer's square, again from the woodworker's workshop, and this was just over £50. This is my very old 6-inch engineer's square, which comes out at about £18. But these are the sort of standard of tools that you need to guarantee that your woodwork is square. And now for something completely different, a pair of walkie-talkie radios made by the world leaders, Motorola. And these work out at about £65 if you choose your supplier carefully. And these are waterproof, they're very robust, and they'll be ideal if you're working on site, if you're running a cycle race, if you're doing some hiking and you need guaranteed communications. They work up to a range of 10 kilometers, and I will be reviewing these in a few weeks' time. And my final item is the world's most beautiful drill. It's the Festool CXS, and it is absolutely amazing. I've reviewed it recently, and I would not part with this for all the tea in China. Yet you can pick this up in the set version, which I recommend, so you've got all the extras that go with it, the chuck and the angle chuck and all the rest of it, the spare battery, and you can get this for about £200 here in the UK. And I really recommend that. A beautiful piece of kit. Well, I've gone through this at a fair pace, I hope you don't mind, but I also hope that I've given you some ideas about presents that you might like to give or receive. Now, if you want to leave a hint for someone, you could leave this video up on the computer whilst you go and make a cup of tea. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.